Hello everyone, welcome to the last episode of the introduction series. This time for real. In the last episode, we will briefly go through the company structure and the following course contents. This video will help you to navigate faster between different chapters of the following series. So some words about myself. My name is Xiao Lu. I'm an expert in the field of decision making. I help companies to make data-driven decisions. So how does any company operate? So a company basically sells some product or sells some service to another group of people, to the customers. In order to fulfill this purpose, you can name some department and their roles quickly. First of all, you need to have a sales department that reach out to potential customers to inform them of the products. And then to help the sales representative, you also have the marketing team. The goal of the marketing team is to promote the brand awareness or to create a consistent brand image. The marketing team will not contact with the final customer directly. They will help the sales representative. So the work of the sales representative will be easier. In order to sell something to the customers, you need to make sure that the product is good. Sometimes to ensure the product you sell have a good quality, you need to have a research and develop team to monitor the development of the product. If you are a service provider, you need to track the customer satisfaction along the way. If you are selling a concrete product, you need to make sure the logistic is fine, that the final customer can get the product delivered. Therefore, we have customer service department and also logistic team. And then all of the product development or product delivery or sales approach requires some budget planning. And therefore, we have this accounting and finance department into play. They will arrange the cash flow of a company so that the resources goes to where they should go to. And lastly, because there are still human work, we cannot let machine do all the work for us. There is a human resource department to make sure that we hire the best talent in the field. To better support the operation of the key departments, we also have additional departments like research, like IT support or strategic research department. So I will use the data in the sales department to illustrate the process of analyzing the data of any department. So depending on the type of the company, whether it's B2B or B2C or B2G, we can analyze data in the following aspects. So let's use B2B as example. I will going to introduce the raw data structure, what data you need to collect from your system or manually. And based on the data you can collect, I can show you some ways you can analyze the sales department's performance. This is really company dependent, but I will try to include as many company types as I have seen. Then for company who sell to the end customers, we're going to look at some famous e-commerce business models and their data. In the end of analyzing the department, I will always give some suggestions. This could be some data practice that I think can save you a lot of time. There could also be some tooling introductions that you can consider to invest. And the next area of data is on the customer retentions and strategies. So based on your business model, whether you based on subscription or your company is based on successful project delivery, if you have subscription models, I'm going to look at the retention rate of your customers. I will analyze some very important dimensions to measure the successful of a project. I will also analyze your data so that you can quickly intervene if a project is overdue or if the project is not going very smoothly. I will try to use the data to find out that a project are having problems to be delivered. The next department I will focus on is customer acquisition. Note that customer acquisition is quite different from sales. Usually, sales is a result, but the customer acquisition is a process. It's a strategy that is implemented. Therefore, inside customer acquisition, I will try to analyze using data that how you can find your potential customer. So where does the first contact happen? And next, I'm going to look at the follow-up strategies. So if there is a data-driven way to tell what is the best follow-up strategy for different segments of prospects or leads. Again, at the end of it, I will introduce some best data practice. There are a lot of tooling available nowadays to track the customer acquisition, so you don't need to start from scratch. The next area of focus is customer service. So there are a lot of interaction after they purchase. I will name some KPIs when you have an online call center, online ticket center, or online chatbot systems. I will also try to look at reviews so that you can quickly collect the feedback from all of the customers who have already purchased your product. Also, I'm going to name some best data practice for customer service. It is very important to have a good knowledge base. This is also for the future because ChatGPT has the potential to replace a lot of human agents so that you can quickly reduce the cost. But in order to use ChatGPT, you must have a good knowledge base so that when AI is very advanced, you can be the first player in the field. And the next part is accounting and finance. There's a very important department. Usually they have the highest data security level. And this is also where a lot of consultants focus their attentions on it. And the next is the marketing department. I personally is very familiar with this department. And in marketing, there is a famous saying that half of the marketing budget is spent in the wrong way, but you never know which half of the budget. So I'm going to look at by different type of marketing. So first is digital marketing, which is viral these days, and we'll also look at traditional marketing. And I'm going to also introduce some best data practice. So keep in mind that a lot of marketing agencies are themselves very good data-driven companies. So collecting the data is very easy in the field of marketing. Try to attribute some result to a certain channel is hard. And the next department is logistic. Logistic is very resources heavy. You need to manage your stock on a reasonable level. So I will dive deep into how to manage your stock level. What is the how to determine the safety stock level. I'm also going to look at forecast. This is important when you do the inventory planning. And the next, I'm going to look at the human resource department. It is actually possible to transform the human resource department into a data-driven department. So I'm going to show you some hiring decision-making template. I'm also going to look at how you can systematically process large number of resumes. For this part of the series, you can actually reverse engineer it so that you know how to have faster promotions. And the last department, which is super important, is strategic research. So I will briefly go over the following topics: the industry report walkthrough, the competitor analysis. This always based on external data. And if you don't have the external data, you can try to crawl the data from the website yourself. So this is the listing of all the departments that I know or I have worked with. Just by listing all the department and the potential data project, you should know how ambitious I am about this series. So I will try my best to finalize the ideas in the individual departments, and I hope you can give me enough support so that I can finish updating all the series. So to claim that I'm familiar with each one of them is a big lie. I'm not even trying to lie to you about that. So some departments I know it better, and the other department I know it from my colleagues or my coworkers. I haven't worked with the data from that department directly, but I definitely have seen some examples. So I realized that some industry are special than others. Therefore, I have an industry special series also. We will look at the following typical business model. if it was a data provider or a data service provider, if it was a software, or if it was a consulting company, or it was renewable energy in the renewable energy field, or if the company is in the hospitality field, healthcare, about retail, and about e-commerce. So if you want your industry to be listed as a special mention, please comment in this video so that I will consider them. And the next topic is, now that you have a lot of fresh ideas, you see me show you some examples from other departments or your own department, and now you have this concrete idea, you want to make it happen, right? And then you have to talk to your supervisor to persuade your supervisor to start a new data project. But sometimes this could be hard. Therefore, I have summarized what I found out in my previous years of creating the data initiatives. So I will look at two aspects. I will describe your company as a data ecosystem. So basically, a company is an ecosystem, a breeze. You have to approach it in a certain ways. And then if you are a company owner or founder, that after listening to my series, you think it's really important to have your own data department, then I will list some roles that you can consider hiring. And I will also name some tasks or skills that you can put on your job listing. So the next part is about practice making perfect. We will analyze some sample data or dummy data from the internet to improve your practice skills. So we will look at some case studies. I will focus on two countries, China and Germany. And we will also look at some industry reports. By looking at the industry report, you can quickly know a new industry from zero. The next part of the series is a bonus topic. It's not really related to decision makings. So maybe some of the audience right now are not in the position to make decisions. So I will tell you some dirty tricks so you can take control of your career and to position yourself as a decision maker. So when you see this video up to this part, I have no doubts that you will become a very important decision maker of your own company one day. I have some tips and tricks that help you achieve this position faster. So some spoiler, my tip doesn't include work harder. And lastly, this is a very challenging topic for me as well, is that after your company is on the way to become a data-driven company, you should also consider probably it's a good timing to introduce the idea of artificial intelligence, right? To use the modern technologies at your own purpose to reduce the cost, to improve productivity. I have this idea of creating a next series of how to be AI driven. The big difference between AI driven and data driven is that I'm pretty sure every company can be data driven. But whether a company can be AI driven is highly dependent in the industry. And because we are talking about cutting edge technologies, there is a great chance that some AI projects will fail in the end. These projects might be not producing the outcome that you expected to be. Still, it's worth a try. My current standpoint is try to make your company data driven. Is quite easy if I just show you how to do it, and it creates immediate results, and also 100% applicable, and it's also 100% applicable in your own company right now, because a lot of competitors from you are already doing so. So thanks again for watching the series up to now. This is really the last episode in the introduction part. After you see this outline of the content of the following series, I want to prove to you that I'm very dedicated to the series. I have summarized my past knowledge in a very systematic way so that I can ensure you make the best decision all the time, every time. So if you have a concrete business problems and you really like my way of solving the problems, so please feel free to schedule a one-to-one call. The link is in the description below. And once again, please like and subscribe so that I have the motivation to continue on the series. We are currently only at 5% of the total progress bar. So please like and subscribe. We see each other next time. Bye bye.